Hello, I'm Aileen and I help managers in the third sector progress with their career without burning out. I often get asked about my own career changes and how I did it. So today I'm going to give you a few ideas to get you started if you're thinking of changing career. I started my career many years ago in the publishing industry and then moved into social housing, initially working with people with mental health problems. I think a few people thought I'd lost my mind when I did this, but it was one of the best things I've ever done. I'd been doing a lot of voluntary work for years before I changed career, and it was this that helped me work out that I wanted to work in the third sector. I'd volunteered for a homelessness charity, a housing association, and a mental health charity, among others. So I felt as though something was drawing me to a career that spanned both mental health and housing. However, not everyone has this experience. So if you know that the job you're currently doing isn't right for you, but you have no idea of what to do next, here are 5 questions to ask yourself. The first one is, what are you good at? If you've been working for a number of years, you'll have plenty of skills and experience to draw upon when trying to answer this question. What skills do you have that you can use in other jobs, even if you don't have much experience? Don't just think about the skills you've developed at work. You may have gained skills from other areas of your life, such as voluntary work, like I did, or bringing up a family. If you're finding it difficult to identify your skills, ask a friend what they think you're good at. Other people can often see things in ourselves that we can't. The second question is, what do you enjoy doing? When I was volunteering for various charities, I discovered I enjoyed this far more than any paid job I'd ever done. It was far more fulfilling and felt more meaningful than some of the jobs I had had. This realization gave me an insight into the kind of job I really wanted, which was doing something that made a difference to people's lives. Once you've identified the things you enjoy, think about the types of jobs that will enable you to do these. Question number 3 is, what are your values? Working for an organisation whose values align with your own can increase job satisfaction and reduce the likelihood of burnout. Take time to identify your own values. What's really important to you, and how can you incorporate this into your work? Dig deep into why those values are important to you. Question number 4. If money was no object, what would you like to do? Now, I know we all need to earn a living, but imagining that money is no object can encourage you to think creatively. When you've thought about what might be possible, start thinking about how you can achieve this. Consider whether you need further training or qualifications, or if you can gain some experience in other ways. If there are people in your network who can help you, ask them for advice. The last question is, can you make a living from your chosen career? As you're deciding what you want to do, make sure you're being realistic. Are you going to be able to earn an income from your new career? If not, what do you need to change for this to happen? If you're struggling to answer some of these questions, consider talking it over with a coach. Any transition in life can be scary as you're moving from something familiar to something unfamiliar, and a coach can help you overcome any fears you might have and find clarity. And finally, remember that changing career doesn't mean you're starting from scratch. You have years of experience behind you, and you can use that in your new career. Changing career can be a lot of work, and it requires energy. It won't happen overnight, but it will be worth it when you're spending time doing something you enjoy. That's all for today. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll be back next week with another video.